Depending on how many people you decide to run with in Tarkov, your results are going to be significantly different. A 5-man squad stomping around the maps of Tarkov can be a dominating presence no matter where you go, but that comes with its positive and negative aspects. On the flip side, running Tarkov by yourself can also create interesting problems that need to be solved, while also delivering a comprehensive challenge to those who wish to take it on. No matter how you decide to load into a raid, we have all, at one point, played this game solo, and no matter how good you are at the game, playing by yourself will always be a challenge. An exciting and interesting one, but a challenge nonetheless. Squad size in Tarkov is a whole array of reasons to be careful with how many people you take in with you, because more doesn't always mean better, especially if you and a bunch of friends are new to the game. If you all hop in together, you can absolutely have a wonderful time and just have fun. But when it comes down to brass tacks and shit hits the fan, chaos can quickly ensue, and those who are well adjusted to the harshness of Tarkov can quickly overwhelm an entire squad completely by themselves. Because when you are solo, there is only one rule that you must follow. If it moves, you can kill it. It's simple, and it's one of the main reasons I enjoy solo so much when I play the game. Not having to worry about any teammates allows me to play not only at my own pace, but much looser when a fight does break down. If I was to take on that big squad, I may not take out every member, but there would be enough confusion and chaos going on from their end that I could take advantage of that, which is probably the #1 squad killer in a lot of games, but especially Tarkov, is bad communication. When a fight does break out, people are talking over one another, people don't know where each other are, it can get messy very quickly, which can lead to the worst case scenario, team killing. It happens so often with squads of more than, I'd say, probably 3. 4 is definitely a situation, and 5 is just complete chaos sometimes. Duos is a very comfortable environment because if the two of you talk and just keep tabs on one another through simple callouts, duos can be very deadly in Tarkov. Not only that, you can also get your gear back more consistently because there's a chance your teammate can toss your gear if they survive. Even as a solo, a good duo squad is very difficult to squish out and neutralize. Holding multiple angles, can tag each other in if one takes damage or needs to hit a reload. Having a buddy in fights makes all the difference sometimes. However, I still enjoy the challenge of solo Tarkov so much. Playing with friends is always a great time, even if you get stomped multiple raids in a row. But every choice, every decision you make when you're by yourself means that much more, because there isn't anyone that can seize up the situation other than yourself. Tasks are, of course, another point of contention for solo play, because planning markers, hiding the objectives, all that stuff is even more stressful than it already is because no one's there to watch your back. You hope you get lucky with your timing and no one runs up on you trying to get some tasks done. Quests like Delivery from the Past are also notorious for being challenging by yourself, but there are plenty of others on that same level. Anything that revolves around the resort on Shoreline or the mall on Interchange has always been sticking points for myself personally. Obviously, everyone has their own demon in this game when it comes to tasks, and I never usually get deep enough into the streets or lighthouse tasks to see that, but I have seen them online and they can be brutal to do by yourself. This is where having any number of people with you is beneficial. They watch the door or hold an angle while you place a jammer or fix a broken board. Even just one extra person can make a huge difference for tasks, especially considering these days you can't drop keys for your friends anymore, unless that key was found in that raid with each other. So having people around you who are either ahead or behind in their tasks can benefit everybody involved. When you're by yourself, that luxury doesn't really exist. The only nice part about keys is when you can sell them back for money when you no longer need them. But comparing the two, friends with keys are just much better than being alone. As mentioned briefly before, insurance is another sticky point for solo players. When you die and you're by yourself, if you weren't somewhere hot and contested with lots of other bodies to pick loot from, you can pretty much consider your gear gone. Unless you got lucky and they maybe can't find your body, or if a scav kills you in an unorthodox location, your stuff might see the light of day and return to you. Otherwise, death as a solo usually means goodbye gear, so it always hurts when you die by yourself while wearing a nice kit. This is one of the reasons why people insurance fraud their stuff should they even get a single kill. This way, there is a much more consistent stream of gear going into raids and coming back from insurance. So depending on how your in-game economy is going, you won't ever have to worry about having an empty stash with nothing to use. Meanwhile, a 3, 4, or even 5-man squad can usually hide their buddy's gear with relative ease. Not all the time, of course, but it's much more reliable than if you were to do the same thing in the same situation, but you're by yourself. Solo isn't all bad though. I've said this many times before, but I really enjoy solo Tarkov. The challenge of tackling every adversary by yourself, trying to make the best decisions possible, or not if you just want to go to dorms and shoot somebody, fighting bosses by yourself with how insane their aim and AI can be sometimes. Most of the time my solo raids usually end in some semblance of failure. But when we're this late into the game, it's okay. I have the funds to keep going on luckily. The losses only really hurt when we have to start over. And since that is now on the horizon, we will soon have to begin once more. And all these points for a solo player will creep up and show themselves over and over again. But knowing this wipe cycle in August might be one of the shortest wipes we've had in years, I'm not too worried about it honestly. I plan to just do my best with what I got and see where it takes me, and I encourage everyone else to do the same. Whether you're a solo player or you enjoy the game with other folks, just do your best and enjoy yourself. You'll find the most success with Tarkov when you aren't getting upset over all the little things. Now I understand that's tricky because this game isn't fixed and there's a ton of issues and bugs and glitches. There are big plans for this game coming up, so we should just try and be excited for them, even though we all know this game still has a long way to go. But what are your thoughts on playing solo in Tarkov? What about playing with other friends? Thank you for taking the time out of your day to watch this video. Please leave your thoughts down below in the comment section and subscribe for more videos about the many ways we all try to enjoy this game. I hope to see you in future ones.